Welcome to Behind the Veil. In this video, I am piecing together the chilling story of the Mexican cartels, global titans of crime whose violence and cunning have carved a bloody path through Mexico and beyond. Imagine a world where power is won through terror, money flows like a poisoned river, and entire communities are held hostage by fear. This is the saga of the Sinaloa Cartel, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, Los Zetas, and their ilk, whose brutal tactics, fueled by the drug trade, have destabilized nations and left a trail of bodies in their wake. Let's dive into their dark empire, unraveling the science, psychology, and economics behind their cruelty, with a focus on the seismic shifts shaking their world in 2025. Act 1. The Cartel's DNA. Origins and operations. Picture a forensic lab, where I'm analyzing the DNA of these criminal organizations. The Sinaloa Cartel, born in the rugged hills of Mexico's Pacific coast in the late 1960s, is the elder statesman of this underworld. Founded by Pedro Avilés Perez and later led by Joaquin El Chapo Guzman, it's a sophisticated machine, smuggling cocaine, methamphetamine, fentanyl and marijuana into the U.S. through tunnels so advanced they'd make an engineer blush, ventilated, electrified and stretching hundreds of meters under the border. My forensic accounting lens reveals a financial empire. The cartel moves an estimated $3 to $6 billion annually, laundering money through shell companies and corrupt banks, with bribes reaching Mexico's highest offices. Then there's the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, CJNG, the brash new predator. Under Nemesio El Mencho Oseguera Cervantes, CJNG has exploded since 2009, seizing ports like Manzanillo to flood the world with fentanyl, a synthetic opioid 50 times stronger than heroin. Their labs, which I'd analyze for chemical residues, churn out tons of this poison using precursors from China, fueling a U.S. overdose crisis that killed 70,000 in 2023 alone. Their balance sheets, if I could seize them, would show billions from drugs, extortion and fuel theft, with encrypted apps hiding their transactions. Los Zetas, once the Gulf Cartel's enforcers, are the paramilitary monsters of this story. Composed of ex-military deserters, they brought a new level of savagery, diversifying into kidnapping and human trafficking. Their ledgers would reveal a grim economy, ransoms, drug profits and extortion rackets in Tamaulipas. Smaller players like the Gulf Cartel and Guerreros Unidos linger in the shadows, their violence, like the 2014 disappearance of 43 students in Iguala, equally devastating. Act 2. The psychology of terror. As a forensic psychologist, I see the cartel's cruelty as a calculated weapon. Their violence isn't just about killing, it's about control through fear. CJNG's theatrical brutality is a masterclass in psychological warfare. In 2021, they massacred 35 people in Zacatecas, leaving bodies in public squares, some hanging from bridges, others dismembered. These acts, broadcast on social media or WhatsApp, are designed to paralyze communities and rivals. The amygdala, the brain's fear center, lights up in those who witness these horrors, ensuring submission. CJNG's 2023 dynamite attack in Jalisco, killing 6, was a message: no one is untouchable. Sinaloa, by contrast, plays a subtler game. Their assassinations are precise, like a surgeon's scalpel. Between 2006 and 2016, over 600 bodies were unearthed in Sinaloa's mass graves, victims of targeted hits to eliminate threats. This restraint reflects a cold rationality. Why waste resources on spectacle when a bullet will do? Los Zetas, however, revel in barbarity. Their 2011 San Fernando massacre, where 193 migrants were slaughtered, used stew, dissolving bodies in acid, to erase evidence and amplify terror. Forensically, I'd find no DNA, only traces of corrosive chemicals, a testament to their methodical cruelty. The psychological toll is staggering. Families extorted, children recruited, and entire towns under curfew live in a state of hypervigilance, their cortisol levels chronically elevated. Over 7 million Mexicans were displaced by violence from 2006 to 2021, fleeing cartel rule. This isn't just crime, it's a war on the human psyche. Act 3. The economic stranglehold. As a forensic accountant, I follow the money, and the cartel's wealth is staggering. Mexico's National Institute of Statistics estimates organized crime costs the economy $60 billion a year, 2% of GDP, through extortion, violence, and disrupted trade. The Sinaloa cartel's fentanyl trade alone generates billions, with a single kilo worth $1 million on U.S. streets. CJNG's control of ports like Manzanillo ensures a steady flow of cocaine and fentanyl precursors from China, while their fuel theft operations siphon millions from Mexico's oil industry. Corruption is their currency. From 2006 to 2020, over 1,500 public officials were killed for resisting bribes, their deaths a warning to others. My forensic audits would uncover shell companies, real estate purchases and cash flows through Chinese money laundering networks, linking cartels to global crime syndicates like Italy's 'Ndrangheta and Albanian mafias. The cartels supply 70% of U.S. illegal drugs, fueling a $150 billion market and driving the opioid crisis. Their economic grip chokes communities, forcing farmers and businesses to pay protection fees or face death. Act 4, The Breaking Point, 2025. The story takes a dramatic turn in 2025. On July 25, 2024, Ismael El Mayo Zambada, Sinaloa's co-founder, was arrested in El Paso, Texas, allegedly betrayed by El Chapo's son, Joaquin Guzman Lopez. This betrayal ignited an internal war within Sinaloa, pitting Los Chapitos against El Mayo's loyalists, Los Mayos. In Culiacan, the cartel's stronghold, violence erupted. By August 2025, ex-post report over 50 deaths in clashes, with bodies found blindfolded and tortured, streets deserted and schools conducting active shooter drills. Official data counts over 1,300 dead and 1,500 missing in Sinaloa state since the conflict began. CJNG smells blood. Their paramilitary tactics, drones, armoured vehicles and military-grade weapons, position them to exploit Sinaloa's chaos. A desperate alliance between Los Chapitos and CJNG, reported in June 2025, could reshape global drug markets, potentially making CJNG the world's top trafficker. My forensic analysis of seized fentanyl, 1,500 kilograms in December 2024, the largest ever, links it to Sinaloa's Beltran-Leyva faction, showing their continued dominance despite internal strife. Mexico's government, under President Claudia Sheinbaum, has deployed thousands of troops, but the militarized approach, with 150,000 soldiers since 2006, has failed to curb cartel power. Sheinbaum's vague promises of a new strategy face skepticism on X, where users call it more of the same. Meanwhile, U.S. pressure mounts. President Trump's 2025 designation of cartels as terrorist organizations, coupled with CIA drone surveillance and tariff threats, signals a new front in this war. Act 5, The Why Behind the Cruelty. Why are the cartels so cruel? As a forensic psychologist, I see their violence as a response to a hyper-competitive, anarchic environment. Unlike traditional mafias with stable hierarchies, cartels face constant rivalries and a weak Mexican state, forcing them to escalate brutality to maintain control. CJNG's public executions and Los Zetas' mass graves are power displays rooted in evolutionary psychology: dominate or be dominated. Sinaloa's quieter hits reflect a pragmatic mindset, but the goal is the same. Fear ensures loyalty. The cartel's global reach from Europe to Asia amplifies their stakes, making compromise impossible. Forensically, the evidence is grim: mass graves, chemical traces of dissolved bodies and blood-soaked streets. Economically, their $60 billion drain on Mexico's economy and billions in drug profits fuel their war machine. Psychologically, they've broken communities, leaving a nation in trauma. In 2025, as Sinaloa fractures and CJNG rises, the world watches a criminal empire at a crossroads, its next chapter unwritten but certain to be bloody. Epilogue. A call to keep watching. This isn't just a story of crime. It's a saga of human cost, economic ruin, and psychological warfare with global ripples. Will Sinaloa collapse under its own weight? Will CJNG become the new kingpin? Can Sheinbaum break the cycle? Or will U.S. intervention escalate the chaos? The answers lie in the next moves of these cartels, their enemies and the governments fighting them. Stay tuned, this story is far from over. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video.